Jean-Baptiste Jules Bernadotte had an unlikely destiny. He began as a common soldier and rose through the ranks of Napoleon's army. His ambition and prowess earned him recognition, but his destiny held something far grander. He would become the king of both Sweden and Norway. This is the story of his remarkable journey. Napoleon's conquest sent shockwaves across Europe. Monarchies crumbled, empires were redrawn. Sweden, a nation with a proud warrior tradition, found itself caught in the crossfire of empires. The Napoleonic Wars were a complex web of alliances and betrayals. Under the rule of Gustav IV, the country navigated this treacherous landscape. He was a staunch opponent of Napoleon and made some critical errors. His misjudgment of the political landscape had dire consequences for Sweden. He made an alliance with Great Britain against France, but this decision would prove costly. Sweden found itself on the losing side of several battles. The most devastating blow came with the loss of Finland to Russia in 1809. This was a national humiliation. It eroded public confidence in Gustav's leadership. The Swedish people yearned for a leader who could restore their nation's fortunes. They blamed the king for the humiliating defeat. This discontent led to a bloodless coup d'etat. Gustav was deposed and forced into exile. With the throne vacant, the Swedish Riksdag, or parliament, sought a new ruler. They needed someone with military experience and political acumen, someone who could navigate the treacherous waters of Napoleonic Europe. Their search led them to a most unlikely candidate, Jean Bernadotte, one of Napoleon's most capable marshals. The choice of Bernadotte was far from obvious. He was French, not Swedish. He was a product of the French Revolution. He had served under Napoleon, Sweden's enemy. Yet there were compelling reasons for his selection. Bernadotte had a reputation for being a skilled administrator and a brilliant military strategist. He was known for his compassion and fairness, even towards his enemies. Why Bernadotte? The Swedish Riksdag had their reasons. Bernadotte, unlike other French generals, had treated Swedish prisoners of war with respect. This act of compassion did not go unnoticed. Furthermore, some Swedish politicians believed that Napoleon might favor him as the Swedish heir. He was, after all, married to Désirée Clary, the former fiancée of Napoleon himself. Napoleon, however, was not pleased with the choice of Bernadotte as Sweden's heir apparent. He saw it as a betrayal. Nevertheless, he allowed Bernadotte to accept the offer. Perhaps he believed he could use Bernadotte as a pawn in his own grand chess game of European domination. Bernadotte, for his part, saw an opportunity. He was ambitious and shrewd. He recognized the chance to rule a nation. He accepted the offer from the Swedish Riksdag and converted to Lutheranism. In 1810, he arrived in Sweden and took the name Karl Johan. In 1818, after the death of his adoptive father, Charles XIII, Jean Bernadotte ascended to the throne as King Karl XIV, Johan of Sweden. His reign marked a turning point in Swedish history. Though a former French marshal, Karl embraced his role as King of Sweden. He quickly learned the Swedish language and customs. He proved to be a wise and capable ruler. He implemented significant reforms. He focused on strengthening the Swedish economy and military. He understood the importance of education. He established schools and universities. He recognized the need for a strong and united nation. His reforms laid the groundwork for Sweden's future prosperity. His reign was not without its challenges. He faced opposition from those who still saw him as a foreigner. But he persevered, earning the respect of his subjects through his wise leadership and genuine concern for their welfare. Karl faced a delicate balancing act in foreign policy. He had to protect Sweden's interests while navigating the complex web of alliances and rivalries that characterize post-Napoleonic Europe. He chose a path of neutrality. He understood that Sweden, weakened by war, needed time to rebuild. His most significant foreign policy achievement was securing Norway for Sweden. In 1814, after Napoleon's defeat, Sweden joined forces with the Allied powers against Denmark-Norway. Sweden then gained Norway with the Treaty of Kiel. This union, however, was not without its challenges. Norway, with its own distinct culture and history, resisted Swedish rule. Karl's diplomatic skills were put to the test. He recognized the need to address Norwegian concerns. He granted Norway a constitution, preserving its autonomy within the Union. He understood that a lasting union required mutual respect and understanding. King Karl XIV ruled Sweden for 26 years. He left a lasting mark on the nation. He oversaw a period of peace and stability, allowing Sweden to recover from the turmoil of the Napoleonic Wars. His reforms laid the foundation for a modern, prosperous Sweden. He's remembered as one of Sweden's most successful monarchs. His reign marked the beginning of the Bernadotte dynasty, which continues to this day. His descendants have ruled Sweden for over 2 centuries. This remarkable dynasty is a testament to the enduring legacy of the soldier who became king. He is a reminder that, even in the most tumultuous of times, fate can take unexpected turns. His journey from soldier to sovereign is a tale of ambition, adaptability, and the enduring power of human will. The union of Sweden and Norway under Karl was a significant event in Scandinavian history. It brought together 2 distinct nations with different languages, cultures, and histories. While the union was initially met with resistance in Norway, it eventually paved the way for a period of peace and cooperation. Karl, recognizing the importance of preserving Norwegian identity, allowed Norway to maintain its own constitution, parliament, and laws. This act of respect helped to ease tensions and foster a sense of unity between the 2 kingdoms. The union lasted for nearly a century, finally dissolving peacefully in 1905. The legacy of the union, however, continues to shape the relationship between Sweden and Norway to this day. The 2 countries maintain close ties, sharing a commitment to democracy, social justice, and peace. Jean Bernadotte's journey from a common soldier to the King of Sweden and Norway is a testament to the unpredictable nature of history. Born into a world of conflict, Bernadotte rose through the French army ranks, earning Napoleon Bonaparte's attention. Unexpectedly, he was offered the Swedish throne. Embracing this, he became King Karl, founding a lasting dynasty. His reign brought peace and progress to Sweden. Bernadotte's story is an inspiration, showing the power to shape one's destiny. Thank you for watching. If you found this video beneficial, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Traudastoria to continue learning from the annals of history.